Welcome back to Nether Cat Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to get your cat to make some quick and easy terrain for you to use in your tabletop games. Basically, you'll want to unleash your pet into their favorite cardboard box until the exterior walls look beat up enough to pass as terrain on your table. Let's roll that reveal shot. Thanks for the help, Patches. This has been a wonderful video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day. Alright, terrible intro aside, today we'll be making some modular terrain from XPS foam. We happen to be making snow themed terrain, but with different color scheme, these can be anything you see fit. Plateaus, rock formations, deserts, etc. Let's get started. Starting by drawing some random shapes, we're going to make some big and some small because I plan on making these stackable. The whole goal of this is to make this modular terrain very versatile. Once we have some rough shapes drawn, we're going to cut them out using a blade. Don't worry about being too precise. It doesn't matter if they're jagged. We're going to clean those up later. And also, these are rock formations, so, you know, YOLO. While we're finishing up doing that, I would like to thank this week's sponsor, Wanda and Ken Renfro. Shout out to them for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much for buying me this cutting mat for Christmas. It really means the world to me, and it's really helped this channel be better. Using a cutting board that was broken in half has been a real pain. Thank you guys again. Thank you for sponsoring this video. Alright, we got those all cut out. These ones here we did on screen. You can tell they're pretty jagged. Some of them I got some pretty straight cuts, but that's not really important. As you can see here in a minute, I'm going to show you how we're going to texture these. Would also like to show you that some of them I did outside in my garage with a hot wire foam cutter. They kind of look better and could be ready to go just like that. But in case you don't have a hot wire foam cutter, doesn't matter. This is how we cut these up. So taking the blade, we're just going to kind of cut out some jagged edges on the side. This is going to make it look like a rock formation. We try to switch it up, go right to left, left to right. It's really random. The most important part is to not cut yourself. If you're using a sharp blade, don't cut yourself. Seems pretty obvious, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You see here, I'm just kind of taking the back of the blade and scraping along the edge of it just to add some variation so that it's not all one way, horizontal or vertical. Switch it up, you know? Rock formations are weird. Have fun. Experiment, especially if you're playing with foam. This stuff's practically scrap. So on the top, where we have no texture, we're going to kind of do the same thing. Same exact pattern. Just using the back of the blade, cut it up, dig into it, gouge into it. Just be careful. Don't cut yourself. The only real reason in this build for using a hot wire foam cutter would be to not make such a mess. You can get cleaner cuts and dig out more in a quick fashion. As you can tell by this new cutting mat, sponsored by Wanda and Ken Renfro, it's really messy using a blade to do this. Once that was done though, on some of the bigger pieces, we wanted to bulk them up and kind of just add some interest to them. So with some of these offcuts I had, I just decided, hey, let's glue them on. Here I am playing around with just different ways you could use the terrain, making them stackable, making land bridges and whatnot. And like I said, for the big one, I wanted to add some interest to it. So here's how I did it. I'm pretty impatient, so I used a toothpick to kind of spear the two pieces in place with the glue. If you didn't want to do that and you had time, you could definitely just let the glue set overnight, but I was pretty impatient and wanted to get to the next part. Just taking a toothpick, piercing it into the first piece, gluing the other piece to that piece, making that spike of the toothpick pierce through. And yeah, that should hold it in place. For the other piece, I did it the other way around. I glued it down first, and then I pierced the toothpick into it and then pushed it down using the back of my X-Acto blade. Time to seal these. So using some PVA glue and black paint, we're going to summon our sacred glue brush and cover them all up. If you haven't seen my videos in the past, this is the method we use to seal stuff. This is going to make the foam more sturdy and act as a first layer of paint. Again, that's just PVA glue and paint. I know it's in a Mod Podge container, but I literally just put cheap Elmer's glue into it and keep adding paint. Alright, cool. As for the painting step, we're just using cheap craft paint that have been gifted to us by our sponsor, Wanda and Ken Renfro. Thank you again. Shout out to the sponsor of this video. We're using a range from purple to light blue. Starting with the purple on the bottom of the bases of these pieces of terrain, working our way up to light blue. We're going for snow terrain, so that's going to give it a cold feel. If you were going for, I don't know, a desert feel, you could use browns and reds. If we were going for like plateaus, you could use browns and greens. Let your heart guide your hand. Cool deal. Once those look pretty good, we're going to use this Battlefield Snow from Army Painter. There's plenty of companies that make this kind of flock. Woodland Scenics makes a good snow one, I've heard. Basically, we're just going to take some watered down PVA glue, brush it over the top of the terrain, and we're just going to sprinkle on this snow. And that's going to finish this project. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you watching these videos. Thanks for putting up with all my silly skits and all that jazz. If you have any projects you think I should do or products you think I should try, I would really love to hear it, so leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to show the reveal here in a second. Until next time, be excellent unto each other. Cheers.